Hello everyone, Steven here, formerly known as MediEvil Fan 147 in terms of gaming and that. Obviously there's like a lot I don't really associate with on that channel anymore. Like, I'm not ashamed of my past, it's just things I'm not proud of that happened during the era of that channel. But, I'm proud of some of the Let's Plays I did, of course, but like, I might just redo some of them on this channel, as well as some new games. There's so many games I actually want to Let's Play right now, but it's just having the energy to actually want to commentate them and play them on camera, because like I know a lot of people were asking on my old channel saying like, oh god, the MediEvil Remake's been out like almost a year, like where are you? And I'm like, I've platinumed the game, I enjoyed playing it, I just didn't feel like I didn't feel like doing gameplay of it at the time because of just how I was feeling. But recently, since I've started on the new channel and all that, like, I don't know, I've just felt very motivated to want to make more videos. I had to delete, because I started doing a walkthrough of Life is Strange True Colors, but I had to delete it because there was issues with the audio that I didn't realise after I posted it. Yeah, it turned out I had to get a new cable because my microphone was defective. Like, by the way, feel free to skip this, like, if you want to just go straight to gameplay. I'm just explaining some things about myself. Also, Happy New Year. I've not really actually done like a vlog or spoken to any of you since this new year started. Like, it was a bit hectic towards the start of the year because it's weird because even since I started this new channel, some things like drastic changes have happened in my life. Like, well, I've lost like over a stone since Christmas because I've been on a diet. I've been exercising more, and my two best friends who I was talking about on the channel at the start of this new channel. I don't talk to them anymore. Just conflicts in the friendship. Just certain things I just saw for what they were, and I'm not fully blaming them. I know I made mistakes as well. Like, it just wasn't meant to be, and we just parted ways. But one of my friends who, me and him, like, we sort of went a long periods without talking. Like, we had some like conflict over nothing. But well, to start with, it was just some guy who we knew who made up lies about me and tried to have him all to himself. And it's just so weird, like, how during a time where he wasn't around, like, I needed them to so much, and then since he's been back, like, it's just weird because I don't know, like, I think I've mentioned on my old channel, like, I posted like a couple of Friday videos where I played with him, so maybe if you've seen those, you may be aware of who he is. But yeah, he's like my best friend now, and I honestly don't know where I would have been without him this year. But yeah, back to the point. I've been wanting to play Life is Strange Remastered as well, and I want to play Little Hope as well because I really enjoyed that game. Might play it for Halloween or something. There's so many games I'll play right now, but like, to start off with, I'll need to play MediEvil. I'll need to continue my Walking Dead definitive series, come think of it. I'll need to do some more Walking Dead Y2Ps. God, there's so many video ideas. Oh, I love it. But there's a lot of games I want to play, but I thought I'm going to start off with MediEvil because that is literally like my childhood, and I'm literally an encyclopedia for all things medieval, like my friend Matthew says. Because that was literally my shit growing up, MediEvil. Like, I've not played it in quite some time, but it still has a special place in my heart. Because I remember, like, growing up, like, whenever I'd be like really depressed in school, like, one of the ways Andy being my sister, would wake me up, like, was to say like, do you want to play MediEvil together? And I would shit out of bed to play MediEvil with her. And I remember, like, growing up, it took years for me to actually complete both games for the first time. I remember the first game, well, I didn't know how to get cheat codes, but I remember one time, after a while, like, when we were staying at my dad's friend's house, he was, like, a big gaming nerd. I think his name was Neil. I think that was his name. But he had some cheat codes for MediEvil, and it felt so surreal seeing levels past the Gallows Gauntlet and the Asylum Grounds. Because I was stuck on that clown puzzle for ages on the Asylum Grounds, and I remember I was in tears almost one day, just like, I just want to get past this level and complete this game. Like, but it just felt weird seeing, like, because I thought, like, there was something just tricky about the Gallows Gauntlet or something that I just couldn't figure out, but it turned out you needed to get past the Asylum Grounds to get something from inside the Asylum to use in the Gallows Gauntlet. I have so many fond memories of this game growing up. As much as I really hated my childhood, like, MediEvil was an amazing part of it. I really wish they remade MediEvil 2. I don't know why they haven't done that yet, because MediEvil 2, I have so many fond memories of MediEvil 2. Like, I actually used to be obsessed with the MediEvil games growing up. I'd roleplay them in my back garden and all that. One thing, like, I'm not slating this remake. It's amazing because it's literally a ground up remake. It's an exact replica of the first game, sorry, but the only thing is, I just feel like I didn't get that same sinister gothic dark vibe from this remake. It's like they made it a lot more child friendly because, like, for example, like, I think Imanzi, is that how you pronounce her name? I'm not actually sure, but the person who gives you the spear, I mentioned this in my Frollo Y2P because it's funny how I did it, because like I was actually giving my opinion through Frollo, how I just thought like, it's not for babies, like why have you removed like her, like implying that Dan's her boyfriend and all that, like I don't get why they removed that. And like some of the scary levels, like the Gal's Gauntlet and the Ant's Caves, like I didn't find them scary in the remake, like they made them a lot more light-hearted. But honestly, I'm not slating the game at all, like I just don't get why certain things were watered down in terms of creepiness. But like the animations are amazing, and I only just recently discovered when I logged on there to do a test recording that you can actually switch to the classic controls, and that was something that was bothering me when I was playing it. Like that's one of the only flaws I had with it, is just having to adapt to the new control mapping of the game. And then I don't know if it's something they added at a later date or just something I didn't notice, but you can actually switch to the classic controls if that's what you're used to, and I actually love it. That's a feature. And another thing I love is obviously they polished them, but like they've not like got new voice actors for the game. They've literally brought the exact audio files from the original game and used them in this, which I think is such a sweet touch. And including Zarek, whose actor is like passed away now, God rest his soul. But yeah, let's get into it now, because like I'm actually so hyped to finally be starting a walkthrough of this, because well, since as you know, I've platinumed it, so I've obviously done like the Lay the Lost Souls to Rest challenges. I thought it was a pretty cool thing that they added to the game. Like they tried to add something that was new to it. Like I personally found it a bit boring. Some of them were kind of fun to do, but there's like a challenge for like laying all the lost souls to rest, and as a reward you get the old games. I might do a walk through the old game. It might be easy to do it straight off of here. But yeah, like let's let the narration play.
Ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Zerok.
I kind of wish they used the old voice for this part, because it was a lot creepier.
Citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm
For his own.
The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia in the battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day
Got it wrong.
as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years.
And then
And then
the sorcerer returned. So much nostalgia in that. Doodle-doodle-doo. I gotta give props to the composers of this game as well, Bob and Barn. They came back and did the score for this as well. I noticed some of the music was straight out of MediEvil Resurrection, but it was like it had things added to it and some completely new scores. Like I loved how Silent Grounds has its own soundtrack now, The Sleeping Village. Oh god, The Sleeping Village's remade soundtrack. Love it. Also, I'll give a shout out to my friend Spyro Jonathan. Like, he does live streams of this game. I've caught a few of your streams. Like, I really enjoyed watching it. I've been meaning to watch more. But yeah, just a shout out to my friend Spyro Jonathan. He does streams of this. I wonder if it's just under the PS1 graphics, but I remember God Zarek here actually used to scare me as a child. I forgot to put my glasses on before I started playing, but I don't think I'll need them for something like this. I think Frollo will be happy I'm playing this.
Yes, I like you, Stephen.
God, the music in this game is a 10, I swear. La 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 la. So I remember she makes that noise in the original. God, this remake looks amazing. Consider this is only 1080p because it's or 4K. I'm actually sure because it's only on PS4. But I hope they do like if they do like a PS5 upgrade, they also bring it out along with a MediEvil 2 release. Wishful thinking, eh? But oh, they're talking there. That hint. Yeah, you only see those sticky fingered imps in Hilltop Mausoleum and the entrance hall, and if one of them steals your weapon, basically you might as well just restart the game because you have to spend pretty much all your gold that you find. Like, I don't think you even find as much gold throughout the game to buy back your weapon unless you keep going back to the graveyard constantly. But I remember, like, it's very rarely happened to me, but growing up, whenever I had a weapon stolen by an imp, I'm just like, and they actually get away with it, I'm like, oh, I'm restarting the game, I can't be honest. But, oh yeah, I'm going to play with directional buttons because, yeah, the left stick's drifting. So yeah, there's an option to play old game if you complete the challenge at the end of the game to find lost souls and deliver them to rest. But yeah, let's get started with a new game. Oh, the camera doesn't fade to black. Don't know, it's just attention to detail I happen to notice. Be honest, actually everything about the MediEvil games have just drilled into my memory. Fire! I don't know why that audio file is different to all the rest. Probably because it's not technically an audio file, it's part of a cutscene. See, as basically went down, he got wrecked as soon as he went to battle, and now he's been given a chance of redemption. But you find out a bit more about him in the comics that came out. I really enjoyed reading those. Like, apparently he was just some loser, like, but he was lived up to be this big hero and servant of the king. Like,
it has risen again, Sir Daniel Fortescue. See, the hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better.
But we knows better. I believe it's... Oh.
Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Sarek and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
That was definitely good for, like, nostalgia geeks like me that they added the original voice files. I also... Wait, hang on. You can actually go back in here. Yeah, you can. In the original, you can't actually go back up here, but you can go here in this version to get some coins, and... Oh, in the demo version, there was a helmet there. Have I already got it? Yeah, I do, because it came with the version I got. Weak against arrows and everything else. Worth its weight in gold. I believe it just makes the game harder equipping this. Should we just do it? Yeah. Helmet equip, it says, like, cursed, your enemies will become more deadly. let's just go with it. I want things to be difficult. Oh, I can't wear both? Worth its weight in gold. I can't remember if this is just a skin or it actually gives you armor. Oh wait, let me just change the controls real quick, because I want to have the old school controls, just because I'm just used to how the controls used to be. So if I'm trying to get re-used to like the new controls, I'm going to be all over the place. But yeah. Is it like... Yeah, and you turn the camera with... Oh no, you still turn the camera with the right stick. We got our first life bottle. Well, I've already platinumed the game, but well, I'm actually going to come back here later anyway to get this life bottle that's behind this wall, but there's a trophy for breaking it down in this version.
You will find life bottles throughout Gallowmere. They contain the same magic.
Oh yeah, we all do not know all this. I'm not going to bother reading these books because, well, I mean, you can read them if it's your first time playing it and you want tips and that, but yeah, there's so many books to read. But that's one thing that's new, but this actually, well, one of many things. Like, you just smacked open chests in original, but you actually have a button prompt to open them now. And another thing is, the star rune actually stands here in the original, but they've put it off to the side here in the remake. For some reason. I just remember these little attentions to detail. But, also, I believe it's, is it Chris Sorrell who plays Dan in the original? I'm not actually sure who plays Dan, but I know it's the same voice actor from the original MediEvil that's playing him in this. Right, I believe we got everything. Like, there's not really much to get. This is literally just a, I guess you could say a training level, because with all the books that give you tips, and you get your first sword, well, first weapon, and you get your first shield, a copper shield. So it's a very easy first level. I love the look of the new version of the map. The graveyard. I used to a lot when I was younger. If I was really low on health on later levels, I'd always return to the graveyard just to get more... Well, if I return to the graveyard, I don't mean the level, I mean return to this graveyard to get more health. Take your first steps as a hero and slay some helpless zombies. They may seem cranky, but they just woke up from a long nap. I think that's a pretty cool thing they added to the remake, is little tips and things. Like to the loading screens. Also, you don't need to break those gravestones, but if you break 100 of them, you get a trophy called Total Lack of Respect. So I'm just remembering the trophies from this game. I don't think you can... Nah, you can't slash those. But you can crush them with a hammer and a club. I think they give you coins. They don't give you much, but like I know in the original they give you coins. I can't remember if they give you coins in this version. God, I wish I knew like the whole time I was playing it on my platinum journey that I could play with the old school controls, because this just feels so much more familiar. Like, oh, I think I would say that as I get hit. God, I used to be obsessed with like drawing zombies as well, and like little scrapbooks, like with those little purple trousers and the green tops. Like, I used to always like roleplay like zombies in the garden. God, I used to roleplay this game a lot in my backyard. God, I love the way the sword swings in this. It feels so fast. And the health fountains look very cool. So if you just hold down square, just run through them all, you can just instant kill several zombies at once. Like, obviously the enemies get a lot more trickier than that later. Just wait till you see what the scarecrows are like. Oh god. I thought the scarecrows were annoying in the first MediEvil, but yeah, they're a bit more challenging in this one. Until you get better weapons, of course. Ghost Chaos Room. Okay, so this is like MediEvil 2, that you can't shield and hit at the same time. I believe, anyway. Yeah, because it seems like I'd taken damage as well as hitting. But MediEvil 2 was so unforgiving with certain challenge points. Oh. Da, 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 da. And I think it's funny how you can actually teabag as Dan. You could teabag as him in the original, but it looks funnier in this. Also, actually, I think the chalice looks cool there, but in the original, it was like sat over here somewhere, like next to like a grave of some kind, but it's over here in this remake. It's not an issue though. Like, they've moved certain like artifact placements, but like for that one it like makes sense. I just wonder why they moved the star rune in the crypt, but again, it's like not an issue. It's just little things I happen to notice. Like, God, it feels so clean and fast, like killing zombies in this. Like in the first game, it sounds like you definitely deal a punch with your hits because they're like, "Boo, boo." But this is just like, I'm dead. Oh. I don't keep swinging after the dead because I haven't even noticed if I killed them because they die so quietly. Oh. I don't even know why I'm still destroying the gravestones because you don't get anything from it other than a trophy. I guess it's just fun to do because you can't break them in the original. This is actually a cool little attention detail because these zombies don't rise until you pick up this thing of gold here in the original, and it's the same with the remake. I just think that was a really cool attention to detail. Like, obviously they know the first game very well to make that such a specific detail. Oh. Oops. Oh no, I don't want to throw in daggers. Although, I remember because my friend Matthew, when I was playing this for him, and he said he was from MediEvil, he said he really liked to throw in daggers. And then I tried them, and I thought, actually, no, not too bad. But I always remembered, like, really not liking to throw in daggers growing up. I mean, obviously, like, later in the game, there's projectiles that are better than that, but, like, they're not as bad as I thought. So we've got 100% of the chalice. Like, every time you obviously kill anyone who knows MediEvil, yeah, if you kill an enemy, you get their soul goes towards the chalice, and you have to, like, get 100% worth of souls in order to collect the chalice. And if you collect the chalice, you get a reward, which is mostly a weapon, but later in the game, it's more likely to be a life bottle or money from a hero. Or in the second game, you just go to the professor and he just gives you a weapon for collecting a chalice. There's like no like spiritual meaning behind it. But in this one there is. The professor's like, oh, you found the chalice, I could turn it into a weapon. Ooh. The zombies in this have a bit of a beer gut. Oh, not this guy. He's like, oh, I'm anorexic. Oh. Oh! I love how I don't need to worry about taking some damage, because you get a lot of health in this game. Like, later in the levels, like, having more life bottles helps more. Wait, let's talk to him.
Tread softly. Zarek awaits beyond these gates. The Master meets with the demon from the Mausoleum, hatching plots of purest evil. Forgotten nobodies would be wise to make themselves scarce.
Forgotten nobodies. Right, so we definitely got the chalice. I didn't forget one. Oh god, imagine me doing a no chalice run on PS4. Because I remember I did that with MediEvil 1 and 2, my old channels. Well, channel.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity, feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
Or gold, or life bottle, you know. There's not actually a merchant gargoyle here in the original, which I think is pretty cool that they added one here. So it's like an easy way to get your trophy. Once you get the enchanted sword, just go to him to enchant it and you get a trophy for it. So let's talk to Canny Tim.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarek's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the irons 1,000 yards. Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir. Oh, goodbye, sir.
Wow. But, yeah, I love how it's exact same audio files from original. Like, Dan's voice isn't exactly the same, but it's the same voice actor. But apart from that, like, all the other voices are exactly the same. I never actually thought to look there that well, you actually can't see the heroes' heads, but I know that the heroes turn their heads along with you in the original, like when you're like walking alongside them. This obviously before you speak to them. It's like their spirit goes after you get your weapon, but wait, is that transparent? Yeah, it is. It obviously becomes solid when you get all the chalices. I thought it was a pretty cool attention to detail how there's many times where like the game automatically makes you speak to the gargoyles, and there's times where like you have to initiate talking to them, but in the remake, like the parts where it doesn't make you talk to them, it doesn't make you talk to them in the remake as well. I just think this
To pay homage to the heroes, stand in front of their designated statues and await spiritual guidance.
spiritual guidance. Wait, is there a way I can invert the camera? Because oh yeah, invert look. Wait, down is. Wait, did that change anything? Oh, okay, I get what that's done. Dan cam toggle. Oh, okay, so that means that you can have to press to go in and out of it. I just love how it's the old school buttons that you press circle, because it was always circle to jump in the original Medievils. Even though it was typically always X to jump in games. Wait, onto Cemetery Hill? We're going to do a few levels in one part, because I want to play a lot of it. I don't want to just sit and play one level at a time. Look, obviously there's nothing wrong with that. I just, because I've been so eager to play it again. The Hilltop Mausoleum awaits atop the Cemetery Hill. It's a rocky road, but exercise should do some good with those old, do those old bones some good. Also, there's a trophy for climbing Cemetery Hill without getting hit by any rocks. Just letting you know.
So, even from the shackles of death, my old enemy pursues me. You're too late, Fortescue. Already my army has risen from the grave. You will never leave this necropolis.
God, I love that voice for Zarek. But yeah, that's the only time we see him, and we don't see him again until the very end when we defeat him. That's one thing that was good about Medieval Resurrection, that you had a lot more interaction and encounters with. Wait, how do you switch weapon again? Oh, there we go. You had a lot more encounters and interactions with Zarek in Resurrection. I actually like how they've included a feature from Medieval 2 in this remake, that you can carry two weapons at a time, and you can swap between them. Because that was a feature they didn't introduce until Medieval 2 in the original, because you could only equip one weapon at a time. But they took a feature from Medieval 2 and added it to the remake of the first game. That's a pretty cool detail. Also, I do believe these exploding boxes damage you in the remake, so yep. I think that damaged me anyhow. I'm not actually sure. I know they damage you in Resurrection. I didn't expect it to go off so fast. But oh, don't need anything from you yet. You can keep eating your gold. Right, let's see if I can climb this without stepping into the lava. Good. A way to make this easier for the trophy is if you take hits with your shield, it doesn't count as getting hit. So if you just walk up the hill with your shield equipped, you should be fine. Just granted that you don't get stuck and the same rock spam attacks you and you just drain your shield. I just love how cool those big zombies look as well. Because Because in the original they're like yellow and red, and they're yellow and red in this too. Wait, did I get the club yet? Oh, nope. But I did open the chest, I just didn't pick it up. Okay. Let's just read this.
Club is a crude but effective weapon. Bash with it, burn with it, but beware, one bash too many, and it will break.
It's literally the same as the hammer you get later. Except you can, like he said, burn things with it. But it also breaks. It does. The hammer doesn't break though. But it does the same things as the hammer, other than it doesn't set things on fire. Well, can you not destroy that? Oh god, I wasted so many hits in my club trying to figure that out. It looks a bit like a chicken leg. On the oh shit! What? Oh, I didn't mean to waste arrows. I didn't think it changed. Oh, cheeky bugger! Oh. I don't even know why I tried to smack that with a sword. Ah, fresh air. So I remember he said something like that here. Yep.
Fresh air. We hate these dark old caves and their filthy stench of old witches. A coven of the warty old hags lived here once. Unholy fires burning all night while they brewed up unspeakable muck in their cauldrons. They moved on years back, but the smell still makes our eyes sting.
I'd imagine. Oh! Oh! Oh, got an ambition and a half. You try hard zombies. Sit down. Oh! Wait, how do you prod it? Oh, never mind, there we go. Wait, I'll just set him on fire. That's what you get for not being dead. Oh. I like how more responsive it is, because I know in the original there's times where I'd be prodding the the club at the, what do you call it, the lighter thing, and it wouldn't light at times. Oh, oh I used a life bottle, but there is a life vial in here. I love that with Medieval 1. It's so much more generous with health than Medieval 2 is. There's the Witch's Talisman. That'll come in handy twice in the game. And we got our Chalice. Good. So we've secured another weapon. Yeah, the Witch's Talisman. You get a trophy for visiting both witches with that. And it is necessary to visit both, because you can't complete the game without... Well, you can complete the game without visiting one of them. You don't need to get the Chalice. Wait, what does he actually get from... Oh no, you just get chicken drumsticks from the other witch, but you need the dragon gem from the one at Pumpkin Serpent, otherwise you can't complete the Gallows Gauntlet, because you need the dragon gems to summon the dragon to get the dragon armor in Crystal Caves, and if you don't get the dragon armor, there's a gate you won't be able to get through in the Gallows Gauntlet. That's a mistake I had to learn from growing up, because that's why I couldn't complete the game. Because I thought there was something I was doing wrong in the Gallows Gauntlet, but it just turned out I was missing an artifact. See, as I'm doing right now, I'm climbing the hill with my shield, and I'm taking no damage, but my shield's taking damage. So yeah, you can take damage with your shield and still get a trophy. But like, there, I got pinned in by... Those ones that are on fire, like... They are basically the same as the red ones from the original, like, you can't break those. But the ones that aren't lit up red do break, so... Da, 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 da. I love this game's music so much. We have failed the master. God. That's some devotion to Zarek. Oh, we have failed. Let's just self-destruct. God, the health fountains look so good. Or a fountain of rejuvenation, as they're technically called, but I always call them the life fountains. I used to always think that the posh man from Kensington who had the blue blood when you attack him, I used to always imagine it being a life fountain that's full of those little blue particles, like his blood. I don't know why that just came to my mind just now. But
Back from the battle so soon? It must think it is a hero by now. But only a true hero is worthy of a place in the Hall of Heroes.
See that ghostly
See
statue?
the ghostly statue of your fraudster self? When it has turned solid, a true hero you will be.
Yaws. We can be here. Wait, let me see if he's turning his head. Oh, okay, so that's not something they did in this version. Well, I was just wondering. It was nothing like
Hurrah! I knew it would take
too
more than
specific.
an army of the evil dead to throw your strides up. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
You may have no idea, but I'm very thankful for it. Right, well now we've got the club. We might as well just go back to Dan's Crypt to get another life ball, so we'll have 4 for the Hilltop Mausoleum. And for any of you who's not played the game yet, you'll get a trophy for doing that, because there's a trophy for bringing down the wall, called Walls for Chumps. Not sure if that's a Trump reference, but it sounds like it could be. We play this level, yaws. Might as well re-pick up the money as well over here. I keep forgetting actually that you don't unlock the Daring Dash until like after you return to the graveyard in the first game. I could wonder why I'm just randomly spamming like shield. Ooh, sorry, I keep forgetting to turn my camera. Oh, the Spiral Ignite Trilogy is something I've actually been meaning to play on the channel as well. So many things to play. But yeah, you get a trophy for breaking down that wall. I think that there is only a total of 9 chalices in the first game, but it's like 11 in MediEvil 2. I like how in MediEvil 2, like, the life balls completely fill the top of the life bar. I always think it looks a bit messy in MediEvil 1 how the maximum amount of life balls you get don't even fill, like, the entirety of the top of the life bar. Right, on to the Hilltop Mausoleum. I love this level soundtrack so much. I love the original, but the one in MediEvil Resurrection is actually an absolute masterpiece. So I used to be obsessed with that one. And it's a very demonic sounding soundtrack. I think for such an early boss, like the Stained Glass Demon, he's actually so cool looking. Like, it's a shame that he's overdone with so quick. Yeah, I really like how this level's structured. It's pretty clever. Oh. This is the level with those sticky fingered imps they were mentioning, by the way, so yeah, be careful they don't nick your weapon. Right, underneath some of these floors there is money, but I can never remember which ones. I believe one has a vial under it. I'm not too worried about wasting our club right now, because we find another one very shortly. And they're much more effective at killing the imps than the sword is. Oh, we did not need that. But it's not too big of a deal because the imps don't do much damage and there's plenty of health throughout the level. That's the thing, you can afford to waste health in this game because this game is very generous with health compared to MediEvil 2. Wait, is there nothing more in there? No. Oh, there's another imp. You sneaky bitch. Oh, well, that's cool. I like how there's like a yellow glow coming out of that one. So we know which one to go down. Yeah, you think you're sneaky? You're not so sneaky with that big torch. Actually, we've still got plenty left in our other club, and we go back through that gate in a second, so I'll pick that one up after I've used this one, because this one's still got quite a bit of life in it. Fun fact, actually, this version of the Hilltop Mausoleum soundtrack is the same one that's in MediEvil Resurrection. Like, it's the same soundtrack. But it obviously presents itself differently in the game, because I know that, like, in MediEvil Resurrection, the soundtrack starts off very, like, lowly composed, but it, like, builds intensity each time you find a music sheet. But I think in this game, it just plays, like, the entire soundtrack. Either that or... I do know you give a music sheet to the the opera, whatever the Phantom of the Opera. I don't actually know what it's called. The skeleton guy. But once you give him, I think the music does intensify in this version too. But like, the way it's presented in the game is different to MediEvil Resurrection. I know what I'm trying to say, but I feel like I'm not saying it right. Yeah, let's give her that health file because I'm getting wrecked by these little babies. Flashy, flashy. We don't want to miss any of them because we don't want to miss out on getting chalice percentage, because sometimes the kills don't count after you leave this area without killing all the... so at least in the original anyway, I don't know if it's the same in this. Aye. God, they're so sneaky. I think, in terms of like classic games, MediEvil definitely has one of the best music scores I've ever heard. Like, they definitely sound like something you'd hear in like a movie, to be honest. Ah! Don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare! Oh, thank God. I thought God he was going straight for that little hidey hole. And then when you go up these stairs, be very careful because there's one literally waiting for you at the top of these stairs.
The stained glass demon is the master of the mausoleum. His wretched soul lies preserved inside a frozen glass heart, shrouded in a veil of darkness beneath the mausoleum.
Oh, this book's at the very start of the level. There's no... It's pre-frozen menace. Oh, I think once you defeated him, you actually have to exit through where the demon came out from. Yeah, give me that back. But in the original, once you pick up the skeleton key, you automatically just sort of teleport out of the level. Right, I don't think we don't have any more sticky fingered imps to worry about, so we don't need to worry about those slags anymore. Right, we found the moon rune. And the chaos rune. I'm going to leave those vials because we don't really need them right now. We don't need to speak to the merchant gargoyle either. We don't really need to make much visits to merchant gargoyle because it's much later in the game that we have to, but mostly we'll just be topping up our shield and probably just our longbow as well. I mostly just used him to like top up my broadsword and my shield, and once I get the magic sword, you don't need the broadsword. Like, the broadsword is literally just a fill-in until you get the magic sword, and then there's no need to have the the broadsword. But actually no, yeah, sometimes you have to like top up your bow and your spear, but that's about all I top up. I don't really top up the crossbow because by the time that I run out of arrows for it, like, there's better bows in the game. Switch out that for... Oh. Sorry, I always forget which button does which. The chalice can now be collected, so we haven't missed out on killing any imps, so we can just let these other ones fall through the floor. The floor is collapsing! Run! Get out quick! So I'm just quoting Asalam from the remake. Well, the other remake. The one of many remakes. Just be at a safe side, because you can... I think you could still, like, summon him and get the chalice at the same time if you scooch around him carefully, but I just want to be on the safe side and not accidentally start the boss fight without getting the chalice first, so let's give him his music. This music note that's playing here is exactly the same as the one in the original, which I think is a pretty cool detail. Oh, the same laugh as well. There we go. That's us now secured ourselves the Warhammer. Also, this little mural thing on the floor is very similar to the one in the original. Really cool. Wait, they're going to play the extra note here now I've given them a music sheet. I'm actually not sure. I don't think it's like that in this version, because I know in MediEvil Resurrection, like, once you... Because there's like 2 music sheets you have to give him, and for each one you give him, the music gets a lot more intense. But I think the Asylum Grounds actually does that in this version. Oh! Never mind, it is playing that part. Oh, and I got interrupted by the heartbeat thing. Oh, it doesn't have the animation. They're going, wow, 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 wow. Like in the original. Oh, I actually don't need a new shield. Is it just daggers that are in there? Yep. I've not even used a single dagger yet. Oh wait, I didn't mean to look at the daggers. I meant to look at oh! Oh, for goodness sake. My stupid... I'll have to use the directional buttons, but I keep forgetting. Because my left stick's very drifty. PlayStation for you. Oh. There we go, let's summon the glass demon. That's pretty cool how music actually plays here in this version, because in the original, like, it just goes, like, eerily silent. I love the boss theme. And he is a pretty easy first boss, but he looks so cool. And there is a trophy for defeating him with just your arm. Well, not... Well, yeah, there is one for defeating him with your arm, but there's also one for defeating, I think, a certain number of enemies with your arm. But yeah, if you defeat him with just your arm, you'll get a trophy. Which is not as difficult as it sounds, actually. I know the game is apparently a lot harder if you wear that cursed helmet that I was wearing. But I just really want to wear this gold helmet. I don't know why you can't wear both at the same time. Maybe you can actually, but I don't know. Oops. That was badly timed on my part. Oh god, I ran into that! We're wrecking him, we're wrecking him. That's the glass demon dead. There's like a silver trophy for killing each boss. that classic victory music as well. There we go, got the skeleton key. And we have to exit through here. Kinda cool they actually added an exit in the remake. Because there actually isn't an exit in the original, it just sort of teleports you out the level after you get the key.
It's the Hall of Heroes shopping mall. Bargain hunters should check out the ground floor. Well-to-do shoppers check out the upper floor. That's where it's at.
I used to always skip him when he said, like, it's the Hall of Heroes, because it just sounds like he's yelling facts at me. I'm like, okay, calm down. It's like, it's the Hall of Heroes! Right, give me this upgraded club. We've not even had the club long, but I want to upgrade.
Fortescue, what's this I hear about that archcad Zarok still being alive? Thought you killed the fella.
Nah, he no dead.
Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I expect Johnny's zombies a bit more of a handful than you remember. How are you doing for weapons?
What do you mean, we've got a club?
Here, take my warhammer. It'll smash anything and it won't fall apart like a club.
Oh, okay.
I only ever get to use it cracking walnuts around this place.
Nonsense, Fortescue.
I won't take no for an answer. Knock a few heads for old Stan your iron hewer, eh?
Fun fact, he does take no for an answer if you say no in the original. It doesn't give you a choice in the matter in this. But if you say, like, yeah, he says, nonsense, I won't take no for an answer. But if you say no in the original, he's like, okay, please don't kill me. I think it's pretty cool how you see an extra chalice appear on the table for everyone you collect in this. And you can knock them off as well. Like, honestly, I love some of the cool extra details they added to the remake. So yeah, we're on to... Oh no, it's returning to the graveyard next. Not Scarecrow Fields. But god, yeah, I remember Scarecrow Fields is a bit trickier in this version than the original. And the original I already found was pretty tricky. But it's harder in this version, I found. Makes sense though, because I think they're obviously trying to make it more challenging because of what modern day games are like. Although I find like a lot of modern day games are like a lot less challenging in terms of figuring out what you have to do. Because back in the day I found games like this like were so unspecific about what you had to do. Okay, I'll return to the graveyard. The prodigal skeleton returns. You must now make your way to the land of the living. But beware of the graveyard. The land of the living. there's, I'm pretty sure the zombies in the asylum aren't living, but they have a thing for burying bones. Oh god, this is gorgeous. I'm pretty sure the graveyard didn't have this many plants in that in it. Also, this soundtrack that's been used for Return to Graveyard here is actually plays to the Haunted Ruins in MediEvil Resurrection, but this is actually the soundtrack that plays in the original version of Return to the Graveyard, so it's really cool how they used it here. But yeah, this is like a little hidden area that I'm showing you right now. And we actually kind of do need to come here because we do need health. And can never say no to some gold.
Who's a clever skeleton, then? Remember that there are many more secret areas like this throughout the land of Gallowmere, some offering more than just treasure.
Yeah, but that's like the only not so obvious one. I mean, I guess you could say that inside the Selm's a hidden area if you're a dumbass like me, but it's not technically a hidden area because you have to go there. But oh, feel the wrath of Asgard, or sorry, I don't know, this is the Hammer of Thor. Oh. Oh. Oh god, he went flying. There's actually a little exploit you could do in this as well as the original, like, which I thought was pretty cool. And there's a part where you have to push stones in the water to make your way across to the wolves. But in my on the PS1, I used to just jump straight over because you didn't actually need to put the stones down, and I'm pretty sure you were able to do that in this version too. Wouldn't it have been so cool if Dan was added to like Fortnite when this came out or something? 'Cause I know Fortnite always adds things that are new at the time. So like, we added Dan to Fortnite or something, or Dan to like, I don't know why I thought Medieval Chapter did with Daily. It'd be pretty funny. I don't know, I'm just sick of that just now. Wait, let's just get rid of them with that. There we go, that did it. Right, there's no zombies up here this time to punish us for getting money. Found silver shield, shop gooch. See, we're still doing good for arrows. Like, I just don't find myself ever really topping up much until much later in the game. Although I will be topping up my health, because god, I'm getting wrecked. Yeah, we'll just sneak our way around this ledge again, because there's a life fountain when we sneak away around. I'm so glad I know about these little hidden areas. Oh, can we not jump over this? Oh, you can in the original, that's why I tried that. But I can't tell if like the waves from the hammer still damaged them. I like this cool little animation of the door opening as well, because it doesn't show this in the original. Here's a bit here of the wolves. This is the only level the wolves are in actually, but I think there's a couple with the wolves in them. And yeah, they're in the Sleep Village as well in Resurrection. I love this level soundtrack so much. It's such nostalgia, I feel like this level's soundtrack and Summer Hill is like the base soundtrack of Medieval. Like, there's always elements of those soundtracks playing throughout the game in every soundtrack. Like, yeah, this game's music is honestly nostalgia fuel for me. Oh! God, it took so long to swing. I need to remember to use my shield more. Not so fast, doggy. I do love dogs, but not when they're trying to kill me. Oh. Aw. Give me a little whimper, that made me kind of sad. Oh, this is the part I mean, by the way. Like, you see over there, there's these little, wait, can I get camera on? Yeah, those pushing stones over there. You have to push them in the water to make your way across. But I believe you could do the little cheat that I did in the original in this as well. And see if you... Oh, yeah, you also get, like, Book of Galamir entries in this. There's a trophy for getting them all. Doing certain things. Most of them are pretty easy to get. I think I was only missing one by the end of the game, and I had to look up all of them to get the last one, to get the trophy. But yeah, if you smash a hand, you get like a coin. It's not that worth it, but they're pretty satisfying to crush. And I believe there is a trophy for crushing a certain number of them. And I think we nearly have 100% of chalice. Once we killed all the zombies down here, we should be able to obtain it. He looks very light for such a heavy looking zombie. He fell so gracefully. I'm pretty sure this one should give us 100%. There we go. The Hall of Heroes awaits. Oh, you cheeky bugger. He is really fast. He jump scared me. But there's health up here, I believe. Yeah, we don't even need to worry about wasted health in this game. Oh. There we go. And there's also a life fountain, so I think the game expects me to be getting absolutely trashed at this point. Like, I hadn't played the game before. Right. Watch me actually get wrecked here, but like... There is a way you could just jump across here without having to use... Yep, I knew it. In the remake, you could do it too. Like, you don't even have to, like, push the stones to get across. You could just, like, jump straight down. There's also a pretty cool Easter egg here I'll show you in a second. I don't think was in the original. But it's like a callback to Mr. Apple. I don't know who Mr. Apple is, but, like... I think it's obviously something to do with the behind-the-scenes crew. Because you see him at the end of, like, the credits in the other medieval games. But you see, like, a little... Well, you see him behind a gravestone at the moment, but you can't really see him right now. I'll have to kill them first. I think I have to... Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, I think I have to wait for them to charge at me before I can attack them. Oh, I didn't do any damage to him. So yeah, they're pretty easy. You take off a lot of health from them just from one charged up hammer hit if you can land it directly, like that. Oh, sometimes they attack twice too. I didn't know. They're a little bit trickier than in the original. I remember the pumpkin serpent's a lot trickier in this to the original. In the original, you could kill it in like a matter of seconds without losing any health. Like the pumpkin serpent's really easy in the original. But in this, they definitely made it more challenging. Which I think is good actually, because like a boss should be challenging. Oh. Oh god. He's feisty, this one. Well, thanks for all the hit points. There we go. Lost a lot of health. But we did it. There we go, and there's Mr. Apple. Just thought I'd show that. I saw that by accident, actually, when I was playing this. But now we got the daring dash. Yes.
All has changed outside the necropolis. Paths go this way, paths go that way. Nasty, painful death waits round every turn.
And over every hill. Bon voyage.
Voyage.
Right. Well, I'm really enjoying actually doing this Let's Play for you. But yeah, I'm going to end this part after we visit the Hall of Heroes here, but then part 2 will be coming very soon. Because I'll probably record it today, actually.
Bravo, Fortescue! Some of the other chaps wagered Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack for now. But I knew you'd pull through. Here, I have a little extra something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. You want it?
Well, tough, you weren't getting it. Where's money? Yes, give it to me. I'm on two minds whether to just quickly revisit Dan's crypt off camera and get more health. Decisions. Ah, nah, I think we'll be fine. And me saying that means we'll not be fine. But yes, we'll be on to Scarecrow Fields next time. So thank you guys for watching. Like, hope you have a fabulous day. Take care. Love you. Hello, everyone. Steven here, formerly known as MediEvil One. MediEvil One. Lol.